This is the SANAT Kumara. Welcome to the 16th lecture of this year at NAMAS University. Earth's Spiritual Digital University, the place and community that grows you into fully soul-guided and Shambhala-assisted human beings, able to create the life you are supposed to live and the future of Earth according to the divine plan. Today I will take you to the already active nature stations of Earth and share with you what the challenges NAMAS University is facing are and what I'm most joyful about. Let's start with the nature stations, their purpose and current progress. The remnants of in total 1090 nature stations are meant for nature beings and of Earth's allies to arrive and reappear into the dense physical and the etheric physical of Earth. In other words, nature stations serve communication and the coming and going of nature beings as well as our of Earth's allies. These beings and peoples from other planets are to support Earth's development. They help the human family on Earth to reawaken to the oneness of existence. They also provide guidance in restoring planet Earth to its natural condition that Earth needs to return to in order to be able to fulfill its mission in our solar system, our galaxy, and beyond. A great deal has been achieved in silence with regard to opening nature stations and have nature beings and of Earth's allies spread in the etheric dense physical and shortly also in the dense physical. Why is this so important? Since the 16th century, Earth and people were systematically turned into commercialized commodities. With the founding of the Dutch East Asia Company in 1602, this exploitation started big time. Since then, ever more people were and are focused on exploiting Earth, humans, animals, and plants, turning a blind eye to the consequences for the unity of life, if it just makes money. Those who knew what life on Earth in harmony with all existence meant were the indigenous tribes on all continents. Countless white men did their best to kill and outsmart them to establish their ownership and an order for what they called and still call a good life. But it is a good life in the dense physical for few, who are in complete ignorance of their souls and Earth's mission. Never has there been more money and debt in circulation, and never has Earth and all life who calls it home been in a more painful state. Each additional active nature station will help us to bring our focus back to life and living one's sole purpose in harmony with this planet. 2 years ago, we started off by opening the first 2 nature stations and got them fully operational. They are located in the United Kingdom and in Germany. 8 more followed in the United States, Thailand, Russia, Zimbabwe, Congo, India, as well as on islands in the Caribbean and in the South China Sea until autumn 2022. Once the team who does the great work found its rhythm, we have made even more progress. I'm delighted to tell you that they have cleaned areas from dark energies, established contact with the local spirit guardians of former tribes, as well as nature beings in a total of now 43 nature stations. They are operational now. Each month, on average, 9 new nature stations around the world were added. I can't thank the team enough for their brilliant and dedicated work. And so does Donda, the great being that gives life to the cosmic communication system of our current universe. The 43 nature stations open and fully operational at the end of March 2023 are distributed as follows: 16 in the Americas, 11 in Asia, 11 in Europe, 3 in Australia, New Zealand and the Pacific region, and 2 in Africa. Of the 43 nature stations, 32 are positioned on land, 8 are in water, means oceans, rivers, lakes, 2 in fire, means inside volcanoes, and 1 in air, means floating in the air above a building structure. Can you find them? Yes, you could discover them when your third eye is wide open and you see a pyramid-shaped connection energy above the location in the color of the respective element. Land stations are connected to the cosmic communication system and protected by a green energy pyramid. The water ones are blue, the fire ones are orange to red, and the air ones are only detectable by the motion of flickering air, similar to the one you can experience in extreme heat. When Earth was in its designing phase to become the spiritual university planet for our galaxy, the divine plan invited peoples from other planets of the cosmos to contribute to the blue planet, setting it up for its long-term purpose. You've read about these beings in stories of old. They came in spaceships and as huge or superhuman beings of light. They brought plants, trees, animals, minerals, as well as knowledge and skills. The nature stations provide them with the opportunity to come back into your awareness. From these places, they can slowly start to show themselves and make you feel comfortable with them again. They start in the etheric, where people with a wide open third eye, especially small children not yet earth culturally brainwashed, can sense, feel, and see them easily. Without the nature beings and of Earth's allies, we can't get Earth back on track again. When the cosmic communication system was cut off, nature beings like dragons, unicorns, fairies, centaurs, and many more either left Earth completely or retreated into a kind of winter sleeping state, patiently awaiting an honest invitation to return. The opening of nature stations by human beings is an honest, free will human invitation to return and take up a role. With the nature stations opening around the world, many will experience their return now, first in the etheric and then in the dense physical. We desperately need them as they bring balance to life. Just take a moment and think about the stories of fairies, devas, elves, unicorns, and dragons. Children love these stories where they connect with them, like Michael Ender's The Never-Ending Story. In stories, however, spread with the intention to assert human dominance on Earth over the rest of creation, strong leaders showed off their value by killing them, preferably a dragon. Now, the beasts to be reconciled with live inside of you, and those showing up through the nature stations will help you to do so. Time that the nature beings return and challenge false narrations. The first illustration in Volume 2 of my Chronicles shows the character Tasha's baby dragon. Even though still small, Tosh'ir, that is her name, is there to protect Tasha. Dragons operate in all 24 dimensions in our universe. They spread the fire of life and provide protection. That may, however, also include burning down what does not or no longer serve the well-being of all. But dragons are not weapons used by humans to exert their power and dominance over others, as depicted in stories such as The Song of Ice and Fire or Games of Thrones. Tasha, the woman who is also a member of the Triangle of Light opening the main station in the octagon of Aachen Cathedral, is also the guardian of the nature station Fairywood close to Aachen. But why is it her? She cares deeply for Earth and comes from the female ancestral line, carrying the wisdom of the indigenous tribes of Middle and South America. She grew up seeing with her third eye wide open. She grew up in a perception of oneness. She understands that food comes from nature, not from the supermarket. She is used to a simple plant-based diet, not industrialized fast food, so her body is receiving higher frequencies well. She can see in the etheric and make friends with nature beings that serve Earth and our life that calls Earth home. Her behavior is respectful, accommodating and non-violent. Nature beings and Earth's allies can trust her that she will not cause harm by being ignorant and selfish, as unfortunately most humans still are to a certain extent. Take a moment to ponder how well connected to Earth and its life in all forms you are currently. Do you grow your own vegetables? Do you buy food that is organic? Do you stay away from products that harm Earth? You may argue that this is an unrealistic approach, unfit for your current environment. Is it really? Just imagine for a moment all industrial food and beverage production, as well as the treatment of animals in industrialized farms and slaughterhouses, would be on live webcam all day on the internet, instead of mouth-watering advertisements for barbecues, new drinks, and all sorts of fast and industrialized food that tastes oh so delicious. If one really wants to, no one is far away from a balanced and respectful life, as Tasha is. It is a choice you make. All nature stations have guardians. All have them in the etheric, and some also have one or two additional human ones in the dense physical. So there are guardians of nature stations like you, incarnated in the third dimension. They serve the well-being of the nature station. They nurture and care for it, without talking about it. The fictional character Tasha is the guardian of Fairywood. But there are also non-fictional guardians today. And let me tell you that the Devas and I are beaming with joy that a couple who has been following my teachings and that of NAMAS University since the first volume of the Chronicles has been published were just appointed guardians for a nature station in the Americas. Their names remain a secret. They know who they are, and that is enough. Station work is done in silence and unnoticed. What I can tell you is that they picked up what they had to learn and put it into action. Their actions are constant and reliable, and thus evoke trust with their new friends, the nature beings, and us. I bow to the two of you and congratulate you. I send you a special blessing. Now let me tell you what the challenges are NAMAS University is facing and what delights me. NAMAS University is growing the way we in charge of the spiritual evolution of Earth intended it to grow around the world to get Earth back on track of its intended mission in the galaxy and make it a place worth living for to all who call Earth home or come here to help us. The mission of NAMAS University is to help at least 25% of the world's population to being directly guided by their own soul and therewith also able to receive our guidance from Shambhala flawlessly wherever they are. We also educate and update the human population of Earth about the complexity of all existence and how to live peacefully and in harmony with all of that. To achieve our mission, we balance new content, various media that supply this content to you, and new languages at the same time with a 40+ year perspective. All who are involved as co-teachers are aware of that perspective and the steps we take to ensure success. Our priority is to reach those who speak one of the 12 most often used mother tongues with our podcast messages and the e-booklet, the SANAT KUMARA. These languages are Mandarin Chinese, Hindi, English, Russian, Spanish, Portuguese, Bengali, Bahasa, Arabic, Urdu, Japanese, and German. So far, we are able to cover English, German, and Russian with the weekly podcast lectures, as well as English, German, Russian, and Hindi with the e-booklet. We can also provide the Chronicles in English, German, and soon Russian as e-books. But for some of you, this is not enough. You are impatient. You want audiobooks or other languages now, and even venture out on your own without our permission to record audio files of the books, prepare translations of them into other languages, or post screenshots of content of the books on your own social media accounts. If you build something with the magnitude NAMAS University is going to have, impulsive acts are harmful. You want to help, and I applaud that, but you overlook something vital. All what we provide is carried by our higher dimensional frequencies, vibrations, and energies. Only incarnated co-teachers and cultural guardians appointed and trained by us can transfer our higher dimensional frequencies, vibrations, and energies into voice recordings, books, musics, and paintings. What someone else creates and spreads on his or her own is of significantly lesser quality, and with that damages our work and mission, short, mid, and long term, because these works tend to spread as well. Please abstain from that. The most important contribution you can provide is to become directly guided by your own soul now, and therewith offer us the opportunity to make dedicated use of your enthusiasm and skills to the benefit of others in accordance with your planetary mission and the plan for Earth. If you have not established soul contact yet and don't know what is yours to accomplish, talk about your experience on this journey of spiritual growth to others and encourage them as well. Gift our ebooks to them, read books to them, send the link to our lectures around. There is so much beneficial work you can do. But please don't cause harm, violate copyrights, and with that force karmic balancing onto yourself and your soul family. NAMAS University has been planned and is built with a steady long-term view in accordance with the divine laws of the cosmos and the steps Earth needs to take with people in various cultures on all continents. No shooting from the hips. No impulsive acts or fulfilling individual wishes without the bigger picture in mind. Be patient. We will take care of everything in due course. The more of you get soul guided, the more of you we can recruit to help. Now, I would like to share with you a most joyful achievement of unity by the oh so young NAMAS University. Martina, and with her I, of course, were invited to a Zoom call by the Russian-speaking study group just a few days ago. Participants from Siberia in eastern Russia to British Columbia in western Canada, covering 8 countries and in time zones 14 hours apart from each other, met in the most heartwarming, respectful, and supportive manner. It was pure joy to experience this global connection of the hearts and minds, all being equal. Thank you to all who participated and spread unity, and a special blessing to Allah and Igor who organized the gathering. A special blessing I also sent to Rohan from India, who took his personal spiritual growth seriously. He learned to stand tall from within, achieving soul and Shambhala guidance, so I was able to guide him translating my e-booklet, the SANAT KUMARA, into Hindi. Rohan did what I asked him to do. May the Hindi-speaking human family benefit from his spiritual achievement and make good use of it. The e-booklet is available on Amazon now. Finally, I take great pleasure to announce that the Master Teachers Lord Maitreya, Joshua, and Mother Mary will provide the lectures in the month of May. They will, for example, speak about the importance of being at peace with oneself. I will be back with you on the 2nd of June. Until then, my love and blessings to all of you. This was the SANAT KUMARA.